Hey guys, my name is Annie Heath. I'm the founder of Ida Blooms. Today I'm going to teach you how to arrange a flower crown. So it's actually a very simple thing to do, and it's the same mechanics as creating a wreath or a garland. So once you get the basics of flower crowns down, you'll be able to create all those things as well. So let's dive in. First things first, your supplies. You are going to need binding wire. That's what this is. Binding wire is rather than like a floral regular petal wire, binding wire is nice because it is coated in what we call like it's like a paper almost. So it has like a nice little coat to it, and it's not, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's not gonna poke you. You're gonna need floral tape. This is just green regular floral tape, scissors, and some kind of string to attach to your bag. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a flower crown that is adjustable, so you don't have to know the exact measurements of your flower crown wearer's head. But if you wanted to make a full floral head wreath instead of a flower crown that's adjustable, then you wouldn't need this. This is just gonna be how we make it adjustable in the end. Oh, and of course, you need flowers. So I like to do, most of my flower crowns, when I make them for myself anyway, or for friends, are a single variety of flowers. I think that they look really nice that way. I love to use wax flower or baby's breath, or jip, as a lot of people know it, it's baby's breath. So those last really long out of water, which is something that I really appreciate about them, and they kind of have like an ethereal type look to them, because they're just really dainty and kind of like spray off in different directions, and I think that's really beautiful. However, you can use whatever you want. So I'm gonna show you how to do it with just a single kind of flower, but you can use the same mechanics to create whatever you want. So we're gonna be using wax flower. So step one, first you're gonna make your base. So you're gonna take your paddle wire, and I like to cut a pretty long piece, and I measure it around my head. So I like to put it around my head, and I'm gonna turn around so you can see that it's just about covers my entire head. Now, I don't need it to cover my entire head. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make 2 small loops. Let me show you. So as you can see here, I am going to just take my paddle wire and make 2 small loops on either end. And this is gonna be what we use to tie our string to in the end to make it an adjustable piece. So in the end here, now you have 1 loop on this side, and I'm gonna do the other loop on this side. I'm just twisting my paddle wire to make 2 loops. Okay, step 2 is to take your floral tape and cover the entire base that you just made with floral tape. This is gonna make it more sticky and allow it to, and if you used a wire that had maybe say a paddle wire that had more of this like pokey situation, then it would cover all that up and make it easy to put on someone's head. One important tip about floral tape that I didn't know until I started working professionally in the business is that for it to be sticky, you have to activate it. So as it is, it will not be sticky, but once you slightly pull it, let me show you here because that one already was activated. Once you slightly pull it, the color is gonna change. See how it's a slightly different color here than it is here? And that's gonna make it sticky. So you have to activate it as you go. And now what I'm gonna do is keep my little hook eye available, but everything else, I'm just gonna wrap my activated floral tape around the entire base. I'm gonna keep activating it as I go and just kind of twist it in between my hands to give myself a nice base. Now that I'm almost at the end here, I want to make sure that I'm covering up my mechanics, but still keeping my little hook available. Now I'll just tear off the end piece and use the warmth of my fingers to secure that tape down. Now that we have our mechanics completed, now this is our paddle wire, or this is our bind wire that was covered up with our floral tape, and it fits around our head with our 2 exposed pieces in the back, our 2 little hooks. Now we can actually start adding on our flowers. So like I said, I like to use an entire same variety of flowers. So I'm gonna do pink wax flower. So what I'm gonna do is pull out little pieces of pink wax flower that I have. And I have this entire thing here. So I'm gonna pull off, this is a lot, so I'm gonna process off each of these pieces, like so I can use every single one. I'm gonna also process off the stem so it's nice and clean. Processing just means that you're editing down your flower to its most usable form and beautiful form. So if you wanna take off any of these, like, say I don't want these little pieces of like shell from where the flowers bud, I can take those off. That would be processing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is create a mini boutonniere, like so. My stems are gonna be about, oh, I don't know, these are a little long, so I'm actually gonna cut these so that they're about 2 inches long. These are nice clean stems. And what I'm gonna do is take my flower crown, moving in one single direction. I'm gonna add these on, hold them tight, like so. I wanna make sure that I can still get to my hook, which you can see here that I can. There's my hook. Okay. And I am just gonna hold these on like a little boutonniere, take my floral tape here, activate a small piece of it, and literally just wrap it onto my base. Now that you have your first piece attached, I'm gonna just make this a little bit more secure by wrapping on a little bit more floral tape to my base crown. Remember to activate your tape before you add it on. And now I'm gonna add another boutonniere, another little bundle. So now I'm gonna take another piece. I think I can add a little bit more to this one. And at this point, if you wanted to add a different kind of flower, you would be more than welcome to. I'm gonna just show you like this though. I'm gonna cut all my stems to about the same length. They're about, 1 to 2 inches now. And I'm gonna take it and add it directly on top of my previous bundle. There's my first piece on my crown. My tape is still attached, and I'm gonna put it face down and literally right on top and a little below my previous bundle, I'm gonna add my next one. And I'm gonna tape down those stems moving in the exact same direction that I already was. So, there we go. It's going right on top of my previous stems. All right. And now we just keep going in that same direction, adding as many types of flowers as you want into this pattern. So now we can just keep moving in this direction, all moving in the same direction down my entire crown base. I like to say to check in the mirror as you're building, because these can get really large really fast. So if you want to continue to check in the mirror to make sure, place it to your head, make sure that it's about the right size that you want. So I like that thickness, I'm gonna keep going with that. So let's just keep going. I'm almost at the end here, so I want to show you how to finish this off. I am almost at my little loop over here, so I have room for about one more little boutonniere. I'm going to go ahead and add that on. I just am processing my little stems, and then I'm going to add it right here at the very end. Tape it off like I did all the rest of my things. I'm going to just go ahead and finish this tape, covering all the way down. There we go. And now these stems, extra stems at the bottom, I'm just going to cut those off. And that is the basics for your flower crown. My next step is to take, I'm gonna use twine today, but sometimes I use like a trailing ribbon. I'm gonna cut 2 pieces here. 1 and 2. And I'm just gonna tie these into my little hook eyes so that I can tie it in a bow behind my head. I'm gonna take the 2 pieces of twine that I just cut. I'm gonna thread it through my hole, tie it in a knot, double knot it to be safe. Other side, gotta go in and find my hook, thread it through, tie it in a knot. Now I have 2 little trail pieces here that I can go behind my head and tie into a bow around my head, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my head. And you can wear it here, you can wear it up here. I like to wear them right across my head like this. And now I'm gonna turn around and use my 2 pieces of twine to tie myself a bow. People ask me a lot how long the flower crowns are gonna last. And the answer is unfortunately not very long because it doesn't have a water source. The flowers are gonna begin drying as soon as you add them onto the crown. You can kind of keep that at bay by spraying it with mist for a couple of days. That'll help, kind of like you would a wreath. I use something called Finishing Touch or Crowning Glory, but that's not really necessary. You can mist it with water. If you put it in your fridge overnight, that kind of helps it kind of just lock in moisture and stay fresh. But the overall answer is it's gonna last 1 good day and then start drying. So keep that in mind. And as you can see, it only takes about 15 minutes to make a flower crown. So you can afford to do it just a couple hours before you need it. So those are your basics for flower crowns. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any other questions and have fun.